Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I will be discussing about how to apply a Tier 2 visa for UK. Initially I will provide the details which you need to hold before applying for a visa of Tier 2, because Tier 2 visa are of different type. They are skilled worker visa and they are also for the migrants. So if you are applying for a healthcare visa and you got a job in UK, you need to apply for Tier 2 visa, skilled worker visa. And your skilled worker visa will be on the shortlisted the occupation with the shortage in UK. So it has a benefit as well. Otherwise the visa fee for the applying of the visa is in UK is almost 700 pounds. But if you are applying for a healthcare visa, skilled worker visa, and you got a job in UK, then your visa fee will be decreased to 260 pounds almost, which is $330. So before applying for the visa, you need to have a certificate of sponsorship from your hospital, which is providing to give which is providing the job to you. They will provide you certificate of sponsorship, which is cause letter as well. Once you get the job offer from the hospital, you will submit them your criminal record certificate from your country of residence. If you are living in Pakistan, then you need to provide from your country. Whatever country you are residing currently, you need to provide from them. Remember that if you are applying for the criminal record in Saudi Arabia or any country, usually the validity of the certificate is 1 month if you are applying it in a hard copy. If you are applying it online through your employer, the validity of certificate is almost 1 week. Regarding the police clearance certificate, if you are residing in Saudi Arabia, as I was here, so I applied for police clearance certificate from here. I took an appointment from Pakistan Embassy. In the Pakistan Embassy, you need to visit the welfare department. In the welfare department, you will tell them that you need to apply for police clearance certificate. So they will ask you some document, including the your passport from Pakistan, and also your ID card. And third, they can ask about your Iqama copy. So if you will take these 3 documents with you, that you will not suffer with the going outside and making copies. So make sure that you have the copies of your passport and the hard copies, photostats of your passport, your Iqama and your Pakistani ID card. After that, try to take appointment on the same day from Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is online through Upshare. If you will take appointment on the same day with Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Pakistani Embassy, and third, there is also appointment for the sector of police in the Upshare as well. So you need to take these 3 appointments on the same day. If you are in a hurry, you can apply on the same day. First through the Pakistan Embassy, then Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you will submit this certificate from Pakistani Embassy. When you will fill a form in Pakistan Embassy, it would be signed by one of the head person. They will give you a certificate in return. Then with this certificate, you will go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They will ask about your appointment and they will take some fee, which is almost 35 to 40 real. And then they will stamp that it is approved for a criminal record certificate. With this document, you will go to the police office. Police security office. You can just the same you took appointment from the Upshare. They will provide you location as well. You will go on this location and submit your application. Usually once you submit your application, it takes 1 to 2 weeks. The normal duration is 2 weeks. If you tell them that you are in a hurry and you need it urgently, they may support you by making it within 1 week. So make sure that you have enough time and you applied for the police clearance certificate. So this is the way to get police clearance certificate from Saudi Arabia. Regarding Pakistan, to apply for the police clearance certificate, you should have your passport size photo and the copy of your ID card. You need to go to the local police office, and I think you need a stamp paper as well. I'm not well aware about that, but you can ask the details. I can just provide you with the details of the documents that are needed. So as soon as you get the criminal record certificate, you need to apply for the ask for the cause and apply for the visa as soon as possible. For me, once I got the cause letter from my hospital, because some of the trusts in UK, they need criminal record certificate before giving you cause letter without criminal record. But once you get the cause, you need to apply for visa, and once you apply for visa, you should have the criminal record certificate in your hand, because it is one of the mandatory requirement to apply for visa of skilled worker in UK. So now let's move to the application process. You need to apply on the ukgovernment.com and then apply for the skilled worker visa. In skilled worker visa, you need to provide all your detail. Initially, they will ask for you to make an application form, like make an account, like we have accounts on the other portals. So first you need to provide your email address, then your password. After that, they will ask for your mobile number and your telephone number. If you have an alternative email or alternative for providing your basic details like the email address and the password and the mobile number, you will move to the next step, in which they will be asking about your details, which visa you are applying for. You will select the skilled worker visa, which is tier 2. Remember, tier 2 visa, there are 2 to 3 options, but you will select the one with skilled worker visa. After this, they will ask about your course number. On your course letter, certificate of sponsorship letter, there are different numbers. There is a reference number for the employer and there is a course number. So select the third one. It is usually on the third line. So select this one, put this one. After putting this course number, they will ask you to give the employer sponsor number on the course. So it is also mentioned on the course letter, employer sponsor number, and you will provide that detail. After that, they will ask you for how many years you are applying for the visa. Some trusts are providing visa for 3 years and some trusts are providing visa for 1 year. So select that option. After that option, they will ask you if you are traveling with anyone, like if there is any dependents. So if you have any dependent, like for me, my husband was my dependent, so I selected that option. Then they will ask you the details of the dependents, like in the form of like if your husband is traveling with you, then you will provide the details of his passport, his name and his date of birth, these 3 details. And after that, they will ask you if your employer is providing maintenance of your funds. Like if they provided you a specific salary, you will select that option. In that option, you don't need to provide any bank statement for your visa. So usually it is written on your certificate of sponsorship. Just check, it is in the 7/8 line. In the second page, they have provided a big paragraph like details. So in the front of them, they have marked Y. If they mark Y, that they will provide maintenance funds for you and your dependent, then you can select yes. Okay. After this, they will ask you details of your father and mother. So before applying for the visa application, you should have the details of your father and mother, like their date of birth, their country of nationality, and their full name on the passport and ID card. Date of birth we should collect it before applying. And next, they will ask you about the dates of your residence in the last 10 years. So you need to provide the details where you have resided in last 10 years. And next, they will ask you the travel history in last 10 years. So travel history, you will include all of them chronologically. First, you've traveled where, what was the reason of travel, how many days you have lived there, and if you do not remember the exact date, you can write the tentative dates. Like if it is in July, you can write from 1st July to 30 July. So just write the tentative date if you don't remember the exact date. But I hope that you would have remembered the month and year. So provide those details. Don't worry about the exact date. And after this, they will ask they will ask all the details. What was the reason, how much time you have traveled and where you have lived. They will ask you the details of European countries as well. After that, they will ask, did you read the details of the pre-visa request. And details include, like, if you are going from Pakistan, there are certain countries like Pakistan, Somalia, and India which need to provide the TB test before traveling. So if there is a list coming in front of this option, you can read the list. If you are included in the country of the list, then you need to perform the TB test, and you will need to provide the evidence that you are free of TB at this current time. So you can mark that yes if you are living in the country. Even if you are not living in those mentioned countries, you can mark it yes, I have read the details and I know what I need to provide. Next option will be are you going for are you working in a department which need criminal record clearance before travel? So we will mark it yes, because our medical profession need clearance, criminal record clearance from the countries we lived in for last 10 years. So make sure that it is ready before you apply for the visa. Okay, so then you will mark it yes. They will ask you which countries you have lived in the last 10 years, then you will provide the details, and after that you will submit. And finally you need to make some declarations regarding the criminal record, any involvement in the police or armed forces or terrorist. All of them you can mark according to your status. And finally final declaration and then consent. Before final declaration, please have a review of your file. If there is anything that you need to change, that you have provided inaccurate, please review your file 2 to 3 times before submitting the visa application. After that, make a final declaration and consent and submit your fees. As I mentioned earlier, the fees for a skilled worker visa for the healthcare professional, it is almost $330, which is in 260 pounds. IHS fees is automatically excluded once you applied on Tier 2 visa for skilled worker. Okay, and after this you will get an email of final confirmation, and there is an option of continue with the application. If you will continue with the application, there is an option of checklist that you need to apply, that you need to provide with the fingerprints. First option, you will download the checklist and you will print all the documents. They don't ask for much details. Only your passport is required, your visa application is required, and your criminal record is required. These are the requirements in the checklist. So you need to provide them. And second option would be that if you want to book an appointment with the biometric office, you can select your favorable location, whatever is close to your location, current residence. So select that, go to the office, give your fingerprints, and then apply for the visa. As I have mentioned earlier, there are many options. If you want to get SMS status of your visa, then you can select that and make the payment. There are $3 payment for the SMS status. There is some dollars payment for the scanned documents verification. Like if you want an expert opinion, you can select that option. So take the appointment and visit the center and submit your application. Usually in UK, I heard that if you're applying for a skilled worker visa in UK and you're applying for the appointment is usually 2 to 3 weeks later. And in the Middle East, like in Saudi Arabia, usually it is available even 2 to 3 days later. So prepare your mind accordingly. If you are applying for a visa urgent, then you can select the option of urgent and super urgent. Also, there are 3 options: standard visa, urgent, and super urgent. Standard visa is usually taking 15 business days. For me, I'm not in a hurry, so I will apply for the standard visa and submit my application. So that's it about the Tier 2 visa application for healthcare workers in UK. How to apply for a dependent visa in UK? If you are applying for a dependent visa through the healthcare worker, that is your partner or spouse, you need to apply in the same portal that you have applied for the healthcare as well. So you will go to the ukgovernment.com website and write skilled worker visa for UK. Then you will select the option. In the same option, you will select the next option of dependent visa. Dependent visa for skilled worker. So this dependent visa you will select, and they will ask you who is the main applicant. So you will select the name of the person who is your sponsor. Like I was applying for my husband, so I have written my name. Then they will ask details of the application. There is one application number which is submitted to the healthcare worker when they applied for their own visa. Like I got application number starting with GWF after submitting my application. This reference I need to provide for the dependent visa to my husband. So I put this reference. Then they ask the passport name and number and details my date of birth as well as the details regarding the passport. So I provided them details. The next option would be what is like a certificate of sponsorship number. They will ask the cost number, you need to provide that. Then they will ask the reference number of the employer, you need to provide that. After that they will ask you, are the maintenance funds enough for the dependents? So just check it again on your cost letter. They have written that they will provide maintenance funds for the employee as well as the dependent. So you can mark yes or no according to your cost letter. Then further thing they ask, are you in a relationship and this. All the rest of the application is the same like for an open applicant. Like I share in my previous recording about the visa application of Tier 2 visa. All the rest of details are similar. There are not much differences. Only few things they will ask you regarding the spouse, which you need to mark by yes or no. Okay. In the end of submitting your application, they will ask you about the details of BRP. BRP is like a residence card, like we get in our countries of residence. So regarding BRP, they will ask you from where you want to collect your BRP. There are two options: collect from a post office or collect from alternative locations. So you can provide the details of collect from a post office. And in this they will ask you about the details which post office you need to. So don't worry, just put the post office which is nearest to the employment hospital. So just put any postal code and then ask them find out the nearest post office. There is an option of find out the nearest post option. Click on that. Then they will provide you automatically post office. The central of post office location which is nearest to the hospital will appear, and that one you need to mark. And this is the location. Save it with yourself for the future. When you will arrive in UK, then you need to visit this location to collect your BRP on the same day or maybe next day. But this BRP is very important, so write a definite address which will help you, which will be easy for you in the future to collect your BRP. If you have any queries regarding this, you can ask in comments. If you like my video, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe and share with your colleagues. Thank you so much. See you again with next exciting video.